Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. In today's episode, it is 3:30 a.m. You know, you know. How you doing? How's it going? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Hanging in there. I have resolved today to respond to more comments, so that's my first order of business. I'm going to try to be more active in responding to comments. The real hard one is YouTube doesn't notify me if someone responds to me responding, so that's kind of awkward, and I just have to be a little more vigilant. I'm gonna do my best, but that's one. Two, a lot of people have said that they're interested in Inscription, so I am going to try to find the time to record some of that. It probably won't be a daily series, but I'm gonna try to bring you some of that. A lot of people are interested in it. It's a cool game, but I do have 3 midterms and a big project in the next like 2 weeks, so if I'll have the time. It's just a matter of if I want to spend it playing Inscription or not. I think the game's cool though, so maybe I will. And I think there was something else. Maybe not. I guess not. Oh, Darkest Dungeon 2 comes out in like 4 days. It's the 22nd today. 4 days for Darkest Dungeon 2. I'll be doing, probably the problem with Inscription is the Darkest Dungeon 2 is coming out, and I don't really want to put out 5 videos a day. Because that's a lot of videos. Maybe I can, but that's a lot. Yeah, Inscription is really, for me, it's just gonna suffer from the fact that I got something else coming up very soon, and I'm wrapped up in Phoenix right now. Like that's the real killer for that game for me. But I gotta sit down and I can maybe record like a few hours of it and see how far I get. The problem I face with it is I don't think I'll reach the end of the game. And so it's a little hard for that reason, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it'll strike me. For today's question for you, I got one straight out of Twitch chat. I believe it was Invisible who said this one. I try to give credit when I pull them from Twitch chat. I will double check. I haven't closed my Twitch chat yet. Yeah, Invisible said this one in Twitch chat right when I was ending the stream. Have you gone down any interesting YouTube rabbit holes? I don't think I've gone down any interesting ones. I went down, mostly I've gone down the rabbit hole of like watching really long reviews. It's over now, but there was a period of time where I was like hunting down big reviews, like long, like 4, 5, 6 hour reviews of video games. I spent like a week just watching those, and I would finish one, and then I would just find one in the recommendeds and pull that up instead, and I would just keep going. I've watched 2 separate. I've watched like 16 hours of Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion critique at this point. And dude, I'd watch more. They're great videos to put on and have on. I like listening to people talk about things that they care about, and people who make 12-hour reviews have to care about what they're making the review about. So I enjoy them for that reason. Let me know if you've gone down anything interesting. Maybe this is a rabbit hole for you. I'm on YouTube. Probably not. I don't think this is very interesting. Not like oh wow, you'll never guess what video I saw the other day at Monster Train episode 212. Cool, buddy. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's roll. We're Awoken Exile melting today. Good. If this were Awoken melting, ugh. But Awoken Exile melting I like. Pushback Talus, Failure Arcus, Patient Seraph, Sting Dripfall, Preserve Thorns. I don't know what to do with this character. I don't really know what to do with this champion anymore. The Sentient. Yeah, we have double Sting starts, so Channel Heart seems ideal and Sketches seems like a feed. Yeah, specifically, I don't know what to do with this champion. And it's Cultivating. You have to take Cultivating here. But I don't like Cultivating Sentient. So you remember I talk in runs where I could have taken that relic actually, because of the stings. I talk in runs though where I play like a line that scales itself without having to strike enemies, and I say in those runs, man, it's so nice that I don't have to. I can just kill these enemies, right? It's so nice, and I mean it. I love it. It's extremely nice. And a step below that run is the run where I have to have enemies walk up here and get hit for strike or slay triggers, right? And then at the very bottom is a run where I have to play around. Yeah, okay. I have to play around my unit getting hit, so I can't even pass the round. I have to get hit for my scaling to happen. Like, this is technically bad because I'm losing out on some scaling. The way that I've played this combat is probably incorrect. And I guess it makes sense because the idea is you just heal your unit up that's taking the damage. But with such a low health pool, it's scary. You know, it's very scary. Also, you're just gonna live and hit me. Does 7 damage, wow. I think it's actually it's like not quite positive, but I think it's worth it to keep this Forged Disciple alive. You're not dazed twice, that'll be fine. I think I'll kill the boss. Oh, well. Yeah. And mostly my think I'll kill the boss was predicated on the number of stings I was going to draw that turn. I should have looked to get a better feel for how many stings I was going to draw that turn, but it felt like I had enough damage there. And that's all I need. Okay, so I think I want to take Restoration Detonation here. Holdover Extreme Stone on this card is really good in this run. And Glimmer's bad because I'll steal kills from myself probably. Draft Infusion, Purifying Cleanse, or Molten Encasement. Well, Molten Encasement clashes with the Sentient. I'll take Draft. You can always throw the Sentient away and just play some sort of melting idea as well. You can play the last run, but with 2 Paraffin Enforcers. Potentially. Quick Burnout 1, 5, 10. Paraffin Enforcer. I do kind of want to go... kind of want to go like Paraffin Enforcer, Infused Draft, make 4 of those. Slap all of those behind the Sentient. You have to stop the Divinity from killing you, but you play Dripfall for that. And that 4 kills. Like this 4 murders. Not necessarily set in stone, but it's something. Temple, Temple, Temple. Almost the worst seed. Pretty bad. Spell Chain and Purge. I'm not committed at this point to this idea, so we can play it cool. The obvious problem that we face here is that we don't have Burnout extension, right? The Burnout ideas don't work without ways to extend Burnout, which is why you can't do Draft on Paraffin Enforcer, but you can do Paraffin Enforcer on Draft because that's Burnout 3. And even though that seems like it might not be enough, this 4 will kill the Divinity very quickly. This draft strategy scales very fast, but probably not fast enough. I think it's pretty bad, honestly, and we'll probably look for something else, but it's an idea that they've shown me, and I had to take something here. Can't just not play the game. We gotta pick cards. Clicking on cards is an important part of Monster Train. However, I am just going to take a lot of damage because I don't have the number of hits to kill these clergymen. I guess I could let the draft take care of things. Draft plus primitive, well, maybe it's enough. He does get a little bit of rage. The slightest amount. But he robs me of my cultivates though, which is kind of annoying. Not the end of the world, I suppose. Yeah, this run's still up in the air. No unit draft trials is always a shame. Always you hate to see no unit draft trials. But, oh, no reforms here, huh? Oh, no reform? Oh. The 1/1 is just pure value though. This unit only adds to my cause. Just scales my attack without any downside. Wildwood Sap, Restoration Detonation again, or Vine Grasp. I want to pick Vine Grasp here. This deck doesn't have any targeted pings, so card makes sense to grab. Molten Encasement. Molten Encasement is good if I want to go to the draft line. The draft line becomes, I take Molten Encasement, I put Endless Burnout 1 on it, I put Multi-Strike on the draft, and I remove everything to hit the drafts in time. And then when the drafts die, I primitive mold them. And that idea is okay. It has its flaws, but it's okay. It's a double draw sort of setup too. Like that, I think that run wins actually. Patient Seraph though. I kind of want to try it. I think it wins. I think it wins. Let's try it. So you want to go for the optimal thing here would be burnout extension on the horde. That would be your best outcome. Let's go left. We look for Lady of the Reform, but I'd rather not. Votive Key is interesting. Do I have anything that consumes? Yeah, I have one consume idea here. Votive Key, I don't really need the Endless. I guess it's good for Molten Encasement, actually. Yeah, you know what? It's good for Molten Encasement. Now I don't have to find Molten Encasement Endless. It also lets me do the Paraffin Enforcer play right now pretty okay. And we just look for... sadly, the steel shop's going to be split from my duplicate here. And that's okay, I can live on one. I'm going to go to the steel shop. Actually, I just duplicate each time, don't I? It's better to have 4 with multi-strike 2 and throw in whatever steel shop upgrades we can find than it is to have 3 with multi-strike 3, but maybe you don't get the multi-strike, right? In terms of my number of drafts, that is. Purge a unit, purge a spell. If I purge a unit, I just die right now. So you can have this restore. This run is brought to you by Primitive Mold. And the nuts hit here. There's a nuts hit here. It's Hollowed Halls. The nuts is Hollowed Halls, for sure. 100%. You go mad if you see Hollowed Halls here. From this fight, ooh. Value. Hopefully I draw my draft soon. I can live on the stings. And I guess I put the train steward down, right? There's no reason not to. Let my boy fight. There's draft. Oh, I could pull the paraffin. I can pull this guy to the front. The train steward. And then I don't get the sentient put in the back. That seems kind of important. No, wait, that doesn't work. Let's do this then. That makes more sense, yeah. If I pull you to the front, you'll actually both die now because the train steward doesn't waste all of the damage. That's good. And I want to sting here. I think this floor is dead. 22 times 2? Oh, maybe not. Hey, am I gonna get killed by the boss? I might just die. This might be not good enough. Maybe the infusion was a little ambitious. Maybe. If we worm our way out of this position, I'm going to be very happy. I'm letting these enemies live so that they can hit the sentient for me, by the way, if you're wondering. You don't even need to be reformed, you're endless. I took the stealth tomb, right? Yeah, okay. I think I'll be fine because I have the endless draft and he's just gonna walk the enemies down. I'm not getting hit anymore, so there's no reason to play Sting, or not play Sting, I should say. I was gonna walk her down here, and I think this will be good enough with the Molten Encasement. So it's better to reform the draft and have the Molten Encasement be endless because the draft gets the stats. And I have no reforms coming up, never mind. That would have been very unfortunate of me. Wouldn't it? Okay, so you want to put endless here. And then you stealth it. 21, that is not the damage I want to see. However, it's the damage we're getting. I want to get this train steward out of the way, right? I like to not take 18, I guess. I could stop him, but I really have to think about how I live against Talos right now. As much as I want to think about other stuff, I need to not lose the game right here. My idea is sound unless it just dies horribly because I don't have enough health. Yeah, so I think I sack this damage that I'm gonna take here. I can like sting this guy, whatever. I think I sack it so I can do damage to the boss. It hurts to take 18, but we have higher health as a pickup, so it's fine. He comes back, he's endless. We go you here, Train Steward in front to take a hit, because he's endless as well, or he was, I should say. You're 18. I think I need the Restoration Detonation. I want to play Train Steward Dripfall the boss, but I think I need the Restoration Detonation for the best outcome here. Like that. And Dripfall or Train Steward, they're the same play. But Train Steward goes in the Reform pool, which is good, because I think I would rather Reform him. And I have to take another 5. Sadly. Yeah, nothing fancy you can do here. Train Steward and Reform at target. Seems right. And we'll do a little Vine Grasp as well. Took a lot of damage. Now if I live... Wow, I didn't pull it? That's crazy. Yeah, we're gonna die to burnout. That's a shame. Well, the idea was fun, at least, but I think I just jumped the gun on the draft infusion here. I'm gonna try this combat, but I play bottom floor. I think I jumped the gun on infusing. I don't have the burnout for it, and the endless idea. Like, maybe this idea is just terrible, actually. It might just be that the idea is bad. I'm gonna try playing bottom floor. If she dies, she dies. But again, like, I don't know what to do with the fucking sentient dude. If she was Spike Sentient, this would be a whole different run. But she's not useful. She's worthless. She does nothing for me. Cultivating Sentient. I hate her in the early game. And so yeah, taking the infusion as well just made her bad in the early game too. Paraffin Enforcer draft hits the field. Kill here, like that. And I'm just gonna sack whatever damage we have to sack here. Maybe I start trying to kill things like these Train Stewards off, and that'll let me, like maybe like I just start throwing out Train Stewards and reforming them, right? That's what I'm thinking here. Try it. Because I drew no reforms in the entire time that the boss was walking up, which was very unfortunate. Since the reforms felt like a pretty big part of my idea. That goes there. Gotta Preserve Thorns this enemy away. Sweep that out of there. This goes here and we wipe that floor. And I've taken less damage, and I have the Sentient here with Endless to help out. I think the bottom floor play is the line that gets me out of this fight. It feels like it, because now I get 3 rounds of Cultivating Sentient doing Cultivating Sentient stuff. And Train Stewards with Burnout is good as well. Because that'll give me something else to target, or have get raged. Okay, so you go... I want the Paraffin Enforcer draft to go first, and then the Train Steward. And I heal you. 197. Okay, but the Sentient has Endless now, don't forget. Could you... No, you could never play in a way... you could never play around that. Playing the Sentient again. Like, again, right? And not playing anything else, letting her cultivate up, I think that's bad. But if we... But drip falling actually doesn't change this, right? See that? Because if I drip fall, it doesn't matter, the draft is the same. So my better idea here is... But I reform the draft. I want to keep this Train Steward alive, because right now we're about to coin flip it. So I want to keep this Train Steward alive. No, yeah, keep the Train Steward alive. And we're gonna do it with Restore. And it's just gonna be a 50-50 on if I pull the draft off of the Reformer now. Game sucks. Game sucks. Alright. I mean, if I die, I die. We tried our best to solve it out. I think I barely died that. God, it was 3 HP away. Yeah, I jumped the gun on the infusion, I guess. It's a good idea, but I had to go duplicate first if I wanted to try that. Game sucks. All of that to die by fucking 3 HP, man. That sucks. Alright, no more fun stuff. No more, ooh, this sounds like it could win, let's try it. Back to playing the boring shit. I'd rather have Trader's Quill. I don't like Exploding Candle that much anymore. Trader's Quill's okay. Yeah, like, I really hate the Sentient now, because she's just so bad in the early game. She's so bad. Spike Sentient is fine, but this champion is, I think, the weakest starting champion. I'm gonna play the good path. She also only feels like she has one good path because I hate how cultivating feels. I just don't like her. I'd rather play... I have Restoring Retreat, but I also have 2 regen cards. I'm gonna take the trial. Yeah. It's gonna be a bit of damage, but she'll live. We can also just reform her if she dies, but that doesn't become relevant until later. This game can just, like, give me... What? It can give me... Awoken Hollow now, and then we can just play the game on easy mode. I feel like in the last run I would have been better off if I had gone to the magic shop and seen the Awoken banner. I think. I feel like the melting banner was just gonna bait me. Trying to play that burnout idea with no burnout was just not a great call. But it sounded fun, okay? And that's what I wanted. I didn't think about how I would live Talos. I was thinking about the great future that run had when I play 4 dregs on turn 1 with a stealth tomb. I was thinking about that. I'm gonna play Steel Enhancer of these options. Glimmer doesn't do anything, and Restoration Detonation... That's fine. I shouldn't take Steel Enhancer there. Tripfall here? Yeah. I'm not playing Burnout today. Multi-strike. Quick again, okay. Awoken Hollow, Shattered Shell. That's an Awoken Hollow pick from me. Shattered Shell is good. Awoken Hollow is more pivotal because there's only one Awoken Hollow, but there's multiple Shattered Shells. There's Shattered Shell, there's Animus of Will, both of them will work. So, I can reroll that shop. If I find multi-strike though, would I put it on Awoken Hollow and try to play 2 of them? No, that seems bad. So, I'll save my money. We'll go right here. Probably duplicate the Wildwood Sap even. Left here. Let's do it. I gotta make up for lost time now. I wanna go to bed. Monster Train set me back 20 minutes. I mean, I set myself back 20 minutes. It's disingenuous to blame Monster Train for this. And also, it's wrong. I'm gonna play these 2 together. Heal the Hollow, let him cultivate himself. By taking the trial, I am accepting damage, and that's fine because the damage that this wave threatens is not high. I'm not really that upset about it. I do want this money, so I'm gonna move this unit down. And presumably, we'll draw Train Steward. And we did, in case you're wondering, and we catch the Collector. Now, I feel like just healing the Awoken Hollow up is enough to kill this boss. He's putting his Cultivates over to the Sentient as well. Yeah, he's healing fine. You don't need a lot to don't need a lot of attack when you have that much health, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Give me another Wildwood Sap. Big regen number in this run. No to any of these. Wicked Blaze, Dripfall, Molten Encasement. I don't need any of this. Maybe I should take Molten Encasement, but here's the star of the show, Animus of Will. Yeah, so this is just a standard Awoken run now. This is your Awoken basics. You put the Sentient down, you put down Awoken Hollow Animus of Will, you do an Awoken Hollow infused on himself, and then you win. I'm gonna duplicate the Awoken Hollow so I can infuse him on himself. I'd like to pick up a few healing cards. I shouldn't have duplicated him first, because what if there was one in here? Thankfully, I did not get punished for that. I'm gonna take Animus of Will and infuse that into Animus of Will. And we'll crack the Horde. Jack Strips, Rationing Scales, Thorn Casing. Probably Jack Strips, if anything, here. Rationing Scales isn't bad, but doesn't do much. I'll take Jack Strips. Maybe it cleans up an enemy that the Sentient leaves living. Trade Fire HP for money here. I have a lot of money. And I have more in the next one. It's not a worth trade. If I had taken Rationing Scales, though, that would be pretty big value. Okay, so this run needs like 2 more good healing spells. It needs 2 infusions so that we stop having these. I prefer you to not die here. I think actually I'm going to let the Train Steward buff for 14. Why should I take 22? Oh, the Train Steward only buff for 7. She takes 15. That's not worth it. If she dies, we reform her. That's the play. That's the hypothesis. That's the theory. If she dies, you reform her. You die. Don't. Oh yeah, Wildwood Sap would actually stop that. And reforming the Sentient there actually isn't, like, not reforming there isn't that big of a deal, because her 10 damage probably isn't going to make a big difference. Oh, I should have left those clergymen alone. I have Jack Strips. I took Jack Strips and I immediately forgot I took Jack Strips. Happens like that sometimes. I'm not really that worried about this fight. As long as I didn't get sniped by a bomb, I think this fight was going to be free forever. And I didn't get sniped by a bomb, so easy fight. And this is a run that I feel great about because I get to scale independently of the enemies. I don't have to think about letting enemies hit my Sentient or things of that nature. I really just wish the cultivating Sentient was this kind of cultivate. I wish she was just big Awoken Hollow. But alas, it's not to be. Yeah, so multi-strike for Animus of Will and probably like a plus 25 is ideal. Quick Tome, Awoken's Rail Spike, and 10th on Death. Rail Spike has no downside, more or less, but no, I want to click this because it procs Trader's Quill for free, if nothing else. That's good enough. I don't really feel like I need Quick. Maybe it's cool, but I just don't feel like it's worth it. It doesn't do anything. Shattered Shell. You could do Shattered Shell infused with Animus of Will in this run as well. Viable as well. But then I have to hunt down Quick, because it's just Sweep Quick, probably wouldn't even want it, honestly. I take space. I know I have to take space there. I was testing you. Take the Wing Steel. Doesn't do much, actually, because I won't have the energy to play anything I draw off of it, but I'll take it. Do Awoken Hollow first here. Multi-strike for Animus of Will. So she's gonna be Dante, basically. We give her plus 25 here. I know it's kind of awkward. Actually, I want to give her plus 10. I want to take the Animus of Will out of one-shot range here. Plus 10 might actually, but I don't want to put her closer to Cultivate loss, right? That's the idea. This run is not set in stone. We definitely don't scale very quickly on the Animus of Will right now. It's all on the Awoken Hollow. 13, it puts her out of range. I think I take it as well because I don't have to come back to another steel shop if I do it this way. I think this makes sense, because now I don't have to go to any more steel shops. Big sludge. No thank you. And then we're going to do Awoken Hollow and do Awoken Hollow. And from here, I just remove cards and click on things that heal. I think. Let the Sentient kill some backliners, kill off Train Steward. This run feels like it should win, but every time I've played a run like this that felt like it should win, I've lost. And I've lost because I didn't scale fast enough. And I think that this run has the hallmarks of a similar situation occurring to it. Multi-strike here is pretty sick because it just lets the Sentient kill the light harnessers for you. Straight up, they die. No question. Be careful about drawing on this fight. Don't want to overdraw an accident. And now every time I press a heal card, I get 4/4. So that's good enough. I just have to press heal cards. And this is more of what I feel is important in this game at this point, which is shaping your deck. Like, pick a plan early and hit it, and then shape your deck around it. That's what I've been feeling as the strats lately. So our plan is set, it's these guys, and now we build. We commence building the deck around these guys, with the Sentient just kind of existing as well. He's here too. Sure, I'll play that as a 30 damage hit, why not? This is enough, yeah? Yeah. So, we want to click removal on most of, but not all of our melting cards. Oh hey, I got regular wing steel off of that. Cool. Classic conundrum. I've decided to not get any healing cards as Awoken. Not been offered anything. That's okay. I mean, I guess I was offered healing cards at the start. I got Wildwood Sap. I got Restoration Detonation. What can I complain about? Bramble Lash just kills a single enemy for you when Sentient's alive. Pick a target on the floor of the Sentient in the front. They die for 2 energy. It's expensive though. And I want to spend most of my energy on Restore. Currently. Reserve Thorns also pretty good. It's 60 damage for 1 on a floor. And it lets you draw +3 next turn. And Pyrogrow's not bad if I take draw. I'm gonna take Pyrogrow. Skip that, although Sacred Wicks is a... It's weird. Do you take 0 energy, deal 30 damage into your deck? I don't feel like I do. I mean, I didn't, so... You know. Kill the Trainsters. We're going right for the removals, and also we want -1s because the deck is expensive. I want to make good cards cost less. Let me look at the temple here. Intrinsic +30. I'm gonna play Animus of Will Self-Infuse here. I'm just going to do this for sure. I want to play Intrinsic anything? Could Intrinsic the Pyrogrow, I guess. It's not bad. You get it done and dusted right away. Yeah, I'm down. And we'll sit at 75 for a bit. I could Extreme Stone for Restoration Detonation, but I don't feel like it's that important. Now, Extreme Stone Holdover Restoration Detonation is a tempting offer. It's one that's pretty hard to pass up, so I'm not going to pass it up, I'm going to take it. I can foresee some problems with this, like it only really will do damage every other turn, but I can use it to keep the Sentient alive as well. Like it has double use. I think it's real good. I'm not gonna disrespect Harvesters of Death. I'm 90 pack shards. Man, fuck this game. I'm 90 pack shards and the overcharged tank isn't infused? Fuck you, buddy. You should be infused and I should be being punished here. Why are you weak? This is bullshit. Oh yeah, I drew Animus as well. That's a really good draw because now I don't have to draw it next turn. First time ever someone's mad that the overcharged tank isn't infused. I'm mad at how the infusion works because it feels so nonsensical. Plus 10? Oh, because of the AoE armor, yeah. I had, you know, we had that run where I had like 50 pack shards and died because of round 1 overcharge tank. And then the game's gonna do this to me, and it's just not gonna show me an infused overcharge tank on the first round. Obviously, everything else has been infused, but still. I'm still mad, and you can't stop me from being mad. Got it? Capiche? Are we clear? Good. I'm gonna move this off of the floor, I guess. Oh, I'm gonna take a clapping there. I should have moved up there. I wasn't looking. There you go. I took a smacking, but it wasn't because of the high health first guy. It was because I wasn't looking. I was busy being mad. Not actually mad, of course. That's on me as well. Big mistake. I took 33 for no reason there. I am accelerating this run a little bit, if you don't mind. And we're bound to make mistakes like that. This happens. Hopefully it won't bite me. 33 damage. Spreading Spores is way too slow. This card doesn't trigger Rejuvenate, so it doesn't actually do anything for me. In the context of this deck, this card doesn't do anything, because it doesn't trigger Rejuvenate. I already have regen. I'll take Invigorating Solution. Draw +3, deal 30. That's fine. Stealthing is bad. I want my units to get hit. I need a target for Restoration Detonation. Another Divine Artifact? I think the best one here is the +10 attack. I know it doesn't seem that good, but it bases our Animus of Will at 50, which is good in my mind. Sets her up to be pretty good. I want to go left for the removals here, and the Pyre health, yeah. I don't want to duplicate anything. I don't feel like anyway. Let's kill this, and the explosives are good. Honestly, yeah, here. No, Restoring Retreat has a use. We can get rid of 2 primitive molds first. Nothing in this that I would take the 100th pack shard for. Let's just go to Arcus. Nothing in that trinket shop that I want, I don't feel. 90 pack shard Arcus, very scary. Turn 1, 180. This is the punishment I deserve for my crimes. I appreciate it, Monster Train. Monster Train. Right, this is not the version of Arcus that puts down Daze Shards. No Daze Shards, thank you. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I was pausing to look at there. Yeah, the Trader's Quill has turned out to be pretty good overall. It's provided enough value for me to feel like it was a good take. Surprisingly enough. This makes it what? 60 instead of 30 on the front guy? Yeah. Just restore. And this is a draw take out of me. I was thinking about energy, but this is definitely a draw take out of me here. I'm gonna draw a card off of that. Oh, it's Deadweight. Sick. I'm gonna put Restore down here, and I'm gonna just play one for 0. That seems better. Yeah, 32 times 5 is not what I want to be at on turn like 6. I am getting slowed down quite a bit, but not where we want to be. We want to be much further ahead than this. Turn 6, turn 7-ish? Does it tell me what turn it is? It doesn't. We are relying pretty heavily on Trader's Quill, Restoration Detonation, things of that nature, and it's probably fine for now, but I think starting roughly right after this fight it's going to get a lot worse. Yeah, because 400 damage, that's what that is, right? 80 times 5, 400? That feels right. That's 500, so yeah, definitely 400. 400 damage is good, but when it's 100, when it's 80 times 5, you're gonna waste a lot of that damage. Is the problem with it. I want to be like, what's the breakpoint? You want to be able to two-shot a 290 with this, so you want to be like, is it 145? You want to be around 145, I feel. Adaptive mutation doesn't seem that good. She has 13 HP. Wax and Spike, intent on death. I feel strongly like I need draw, but maybe I need to take energy. I'm gonna click draw, but I feel like maybe I could take energy there. I'm gonna go left. Grab Pyre Health, gonna grab... Hellpact is good. I'm not playing an infinite. It's too late. It's way too late in the evening for me to play an infinite. I'm not trying it with Rail Spike. I just don't want to. Hold over Dripfall, but I don't really want to do that. I think I'd rather spend my money on removals, really. Let me cut out one more Primitive Mold and just call that good. Bristling 3 is fine. Kind of want to grab the artifact. What am I looking for here? There's actually a specific one. I'd like to see Bloating Fungus. When a card with Consume is played, so Wing Clippings and Trader's Quill do combo. I'm gonna go for Vapor Funnel here. None of these cards feel holdover worthy. I'm just gonna go on like this. Please be Purifiers. No, I'm not gonna take the +8 because I'm not confident we kill these enemies in time. Okay, just 105 pack shards and I didn't get fucked. I shouldn't be mad that I'm getting lucky, but I am. I'm angry for all the times that the game has done it to me, you know? But I guess it's fine. Right, I don't need to take energy because I took that card. I basically forgot, but have now remembered I didn't need to take energy because I took Pyro. That's why the energy troubles don't feel like they're existent, because they aren't existent. There are no energy troubles. Every restore adds 20. It just gets to be a little hard soon. Champion lives, and that's all I need. Maybe you should play Restore there. I think I should play Restore there, actually, because I'd like to play Restoration Detonation on the Sentient, but I think I have to play it up here to kill this guy. Kill Mr. Gilded Wings. Doesn't even really help with killing him. EBH. 35, so he's at 170 right now in terms of damage taken. I have to do 37? Well, he's gonna hit me either way. So I may as well buy myself an extra turn and also play this explosive. Yeah, I was gonna drip fall this guy, but that's actually enough. And here goes a Gilded Wing. Alright, never mind, he's just dead. I was doing a lot of calculating that didn't need to be done there. Yeah, we're kind of killing these enemies piecemeal, and Patient Seraph is gonna go the same, and then we might just get clapped by the Divinity. I don't know if we clap the Divinity or not. I mean, shit, dude, this lady's 56 times 5 on me. That's not very encouraging to me. 56 times 2. If I stun you, you kill the Winged Conduit. Sure. I've been building it out and building it out. I've been making the restore plan happen. But counting to 104 at a time is just a long road. And it's a much longer road than I anticipated. It actually goes a little bit faster once I go through the deck the first time because all the consumes go away. But, you know. I think Preserve Thorns lets me go through the deck a little faster. And it consumes, but think I take Awake here. Although Awake is an expensive healing card, it's hard to play it. For 3. Go to the magic shop though. We'll take it. I'm not very awake right now. Oh, man. I'll go right here. For sure. I'm gonna go removals on like Restoring Retreat and maybe it's I think it's another primitive mold. That's my feeling there. Old Braces, Petrified Crucible. Could have had the Thorn Hollow idea on this run. The dream. Dream a little dream, you never die. Here's my feeling. If I do 2 -1s and then duplicate Awake, I feel like that's worse than duplicating Restore. Because it still costs 1, and it heals for more than I want. Because I want to just heal through Restoration Detonation and let it kill enemies. So yeah, I'm going to duplicate Restore. That's what I've sussed out there. And over here, I'm throw another -1 over to Restore. 25 is 180 for reroll plus card remove. I have 45. I can buy one. I can reroll and buy a 25 here. Right? Yeah. We'll buy a -1 for Restore. And then we buy our last removal. Honestly, the worst card in this deck is probably Awake, but then I have to admit that I made a mistake, and I will not do that here. So instead, I will remove... you know what? I think I am just going to remove the Awake. It wasn't here for long. Sorry, buddy. I was wrong. Plus 10 piercing, plus 30. Doesn't really matter on Restore. 105 pack shards. I've gone to everything. Let's go. Patient Seraph, so we have to hope he starts on middle or bottom floor here. Fuck you. Monster Train. Piece of shit. I do have to play up here with the Awoken Hollow. There's no way around it. No two ways about it. I can't just let him... I can't just not play up here, right? I also want to play these Restores. I'm gonna put down 2 Restores and a Wildwood Sap there. I gave a lot of incants, but I think it was necessary. And I will Invigorating. I'll give him another incant. It's okay. Entombed Explosive might bait the melee weakness if I put him mid-core. Oh yeah, do it to him, bud. It's good because it buys us more time to click Restore onto our unit. And we want to play Restoration Detonation here. Good draw. Good draw. Click Restore on man. He has 21 regen. This is like an old style run, right? Stack regen steamroll. Game plan. Incant the boss a bunch because I'm not afraid. Because the Sentient plus the Restoration Detonation are doing enough to just kill everything for me. Exhibit A. I guess that's not everything technically, but you know, technically. It's only most of it, not all of it game, so really she's not very good. This is plenty to kill any boss in the game. 80 times 5 with 97 HP and a 27 regen stack, double Awoken Hollow in front. This should be more than enough. I should drip fall off the floor there. I don't want to. So he's gonna burn right through my Sentient. That's okay, we top up our boy now. He's starting to split his heals, which is not what you like to see. Seraph the patient, more like Seraph the dead. Seraph the patiently deceased. Seraph the go away. I think that's the one I'll stick with. Seraph the go away. The issue we're gonna run into is everything has spell shield in the Divinity, right? So I'm gonna have to have a way to ping those off, but I don't have a way to ping those off. I should have probably taken a sting bag, huh? Probably. We're here in record time, right? Yeah, it's a 30-minute run. This showed me something very serious, or very straightforward here. Not very serious, honestly. And I haven't taken it there. I'm gonna play Entombed Explosive, but I'm gonna steal myself some Cultivates, which actually might be good. But if I play... No, I can do this, yeah. Play Entombed Explosive first. I can only play 2 of these, right? But yeah. That's fine. Because now, I don't take Ember Dream. I think that's value. I have to think about it a little more. It feels like it's value, though. And we will play the explosives. These explosives are maybe going to play an important role. Only 80? Why is it only 80? Oh, he gets healed. That's why. Gotcha. So it's actually 100. But that leaves you at 110. That's not quite worth it. Yeah, I drew 2 restores that were already free. That's alright. Animus getting hit every round on the Divinity is going to be pretty helpful as well. Makes it a lot easier to actually cultivate her every turn. We won't run into any non-cultivates. I didn't look at my sentient. My bad. I might actually be a game loser. Might have to look at the sentient there. Keep her alive so that the tanks don't stack up like this. I also need her as a source of restoration detonation damage, potentially. I don't think I drip fall anything here. Let's see how we're faring here. We're at 45 times 5. 48 times 5. 250. That's not enough, is it? No, it is not. What about after I play all these restores? It looks closer. Sentient comes back, one last job. You can be clever with your drip fall in here. 34 hits. 1, 2. I'm not in the mental state to do this math. I'm gonna take a lot of damage from Discipled Inquisitor if I play it like this. If I die, I'll replay this and I'll play it the right way. Because I fucked this up. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit and make sure I don't die on accident on that turn. But I think I'm gonna die to the mini-boss, right? I don't die there. I think I die to the mini-boss. Let's see. What's the draw? I need to pull Drip Ball, I think. I drew Restore. 474. 494. You're 670, so you're gonna... Yeah. Okay, let me play this the right way now. This is my bad. This episode was supposed to be slightly shorter. I was good, and like it's always the runs where I lose just early, where I make these dumb mistakes. Yeah, Entombed Explosive. I don't really care about that, to be honest with you. Spend more brain power on that than it deserved. I do want the Entombed Explosive in the dead pile, though. Okay, so check me out, though. You ready for this? Restoration Detonation. Boom, done. I do miss Primitive Mold to bring back the explosive because I didn't play it the other way, but I think that's okay. Actually, no, I don't even miss that. Cut through that armor. And so basically the idea here is we're just going to Restoration Detonation things away. That's the idea. Because apparently she's still dying. And that spikes damage makes a big difference. I presume anyway. And this way I don't waste the Wildwood Sap consumed as well. Like overall it's just much cleaner this way. Well, it should be. I just have to cut through these 3 enemies now. I also want to kill that guy. Wildwood Sap and Invigorating Solution punch through here. Yeah, this is looking much better. Okay, each of these is 20, so it's positive. I'm not gonna daze here. So I guess what I should have done is I should have just gotten the idea of reforming the sentient out of my mind. That should have just gone away. Because that was never really gonna happen. Right, so I don't want my sentient to die. But I would also like to not let this guy walk up at full HP. Is there a way to reconcile these two things? Maybe, actually, with Primitive Mold. 50, yeah, that is actually doable. Maybe. Wait, you still die? Oh, I forgot about the Divinity. I think it's right to let her die here. I can daze the Divinity. There you go. We can have both. I think she's gonna have to die on the next turn. Maybe I needed a second Restoration Detonation. Ooh, God, that's not the wave you like to see here. I need to play this, though. Those explosive tombs that I thought about cutting from the run have had a profound impact as well. Yeah, that's scary. I'm just gonna focus on the Animus now and try to ease out this wave a little bit. Yeah, like with a Primitive Mold, for example. And try and just cheese away a thing or two. That's not sentient. Why'd I do that? I just assumed that was gonna be the sentient. Alright, look away. Didn't see nothing. Never existed. The Restoration Detonation damage just doesn't go through. I don't think I can kill this wave, though. Like, this multi-strike wave, I think that no matter how you slice it, this is gonna kill me. Yeah, I think there's just no way. As sad as it is, because that bounces, yeah. 93, was this guy at X for a second? Oh, I didn't want to play that. I put that down. Come on, Monster Train, I put that down. 217? Okay. There's our sentient back. I would have liked her back last turn, because that would have killed the wing conduit. I don't know, if we die here, we die here, and I feel pretty confident. Actually, plus 15, do you die before you hit me? It's close. I shouldn't have had to have wasted my drip ball there, but I got a little confused is all. Oh, it's close. I think I live it. Yeah, it hurts, but I live it. Okay. And that should be good enough to win me the fight. Gotta recover my HP a little bit now, but alright. A slight oversight on my part, just playing the Entombed Explosive into the big damage, but this run wasn't good. Which is weird, because it really feels like this run should have been good. I think the takeaway from this one is you should take stings if you're going to play Restoration Detonation, or you have to give it plus 10 piercing. You can't really play two of them because there's no way you have 80 damage taken per wave. 40 damage is a hard ask up until the Divinity. So, I don't know, I guess you do plus 10 piercing and then you do 100 piercing damage instead of... But then you don't have as big of a potent heal, so... I don't know. It's kind of grody. Like, it doesn't feel like there's a good answer. Well, there would have been a good answer. Removing Awake was probably wrong. In hindsight, I just didn't have enough healing, but... Gotta balance keeping the sentient alive and keeping your units alive and all of that. It's a toughie. I'm thinking about what I would add to that run. I don't know. I feel like the Shattered Shell would have been a better line, but I think the Shattered Shell would have been better. Because he's just easier. He has the self-scaling. 5 multi-strike is just kind of wasted. Instead, you get 3 multi-strike on Shattered Shell on that run, and that's probably a lot cleaner. Anyway, I think the sweep is just a better idea. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.